Well, I'd rather be in some dark hollow than where the sun don't shine, than living in a small room in a big old city with a girl on my mind. Hello, everybody. I messed up the lyrics on that, but that's okay. You know, the Dead did. They messed up their lyrics plenty of times. So, yeah, guys, welcome to another lesson of Guitar with Gavin. Today we are doing some acoustic stuff here. Although it was played electric a few times, but for the most part, the Grateful Dead kept it acoustic. And that is Dark Hollow. I believe they started playing it in their acoustic sets in like 1970. It was released, I think, on an album for the first time in like 1973, like History of the Dead. And around that time they started doing some electric shows with it, and then it slowly turned back into an acoustic song. But yeah, we're gonna look at Dark Hollow today. Something pretty chill, something easy, something pretty. Lots of different variations of playing this. But we're gonna just jump into kind of the main chord structure here, and then maybe talk about some different things afterwards. So it is just one chord progression the entire time through. I think it's just 8 bars of chords. So starts off with an A major chord. We can do this with open, or we can do it with bar chords. Either one. I'm hoping that my phone, I was hoping I could call it some kind of fancy recording device, but we're doing this, I'm shooting this entire thing with phone. So I'm hoping my phone can pick up my acoustic guitar well enough, hopefully. Hopefully you can hear that. So an A chord. And so what's pretty neat about this song, or what makes it intricate or a little different, is the odd number bars. So 1, 3, 5, and 7. We're doing 2 chords in each. The first chord gets 2 beats, and then the second chord gets another 2 beats, right? And then the even measures, 2, 4, 6, and 8, are all just 1 chord for all 4 beats. So our first measure is A to an E. So like a 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So A for 2, E for 2. A, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, E, 4. And then we go back to an A chord for 4 counts. So just like that. There we go. Did it right that time. There we go. So yeah, once again, A, E, A for a full measure. So now, third measure, we're gonna go A to D, back to A. So A for 2, D for 2, and then A for 4. So and I'm finger picking this right now. You can totally play with a pick. You can totally strum these. Either way, another thing that they kind of do, depending on what you're listening to, and Bob plays guitar like this a lot sometimes, is kind of get that country 1/5 feel. So in this would kind of sound. So. So just kind of bouncing around in the first and the fifth of the chord. I don't necessarily hear it in a lot of the live recordings of this song, so I'm not really doing it, but you can, especially get a little more country feel with it. But so now the last 4 bars here. So bar 5, we're going A for 2, G for 2, and then a D. This is the only time that measure where we're playing 1 chord for the full measure is not an A chord. And so on bar 6, we go to a D. So going back to bar 5, we go A, G, to D. Right? So everything up to this point, because we took a little break to talk about rhythm in there. So bar 1, A, E, bar 2, A, bar 3, A, D, and then bar 4, A, bar 5, A, G, and then bar 6, a D. So let's play that whole thing. Now bar 7 is just A for 2, E for 2, and then bar 8 is an A chord. So. And that is it. That is the entire song. That is the song in its entirety. Just, I don't know, say entirety and entire twice. Why not, right? But yeah, where'd my pick go? That is literally the entire song. It is the verse progression, it is the chorus progression, and it is the, every time they take a lead, it's the same progression. It's just those same 8 bars over and over and over and over again, which makes it great. So now if we want to talk a little bit about some lead stuff, and I'm going to keep playing acoustic here. Those acoustic slide string sounds that just sound real nice. You know, it's almost that bluegrassy, it's almost country, you know. I mean, that's where the Dead started with the jug band, some bluegrass, and so Jerry knows this shit better than anybody. And so he keeps it very kind of that country bluegrass feel, right? And so it's a lot of walking up and down into chords. And so I'm not gonna get anything too deep here, but you know, start it down here. If we just keep this song in the key of A or A major, I'm just gonna walk into that A chord first off, and I'm gonna start right here on the 2nd fret of our D and go 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna go 2nd fret of our G, which is an A note, so then we go to an E. Well, what's nice about here, we're on our G string, we have the 4, which is the 5th of an E chord, or we go down to the 1, and that's the major 3rd of our E chord. So, oops. You have both of those there, whichever one you want to go to. Or you can do something like that even, where you get both the major 3rd and the 5, and then go back to an A. And so I can go back down to 2, or I can slide into the 6th fret on the G, and that's going to give us the major 3rd of the A, right? So, oops. And we can do that for a couple measures, and we can just kind of jam, you know, in an A major. And we go to our D, and what I'm doing there is I slid into the major 3rd of the D, which is the 7th fret on our B. I slid into it, and then I hit the 5th of the D, which is going to be the 5th fret on our high E. So. Now we go back to an A. And what's nice is that 5th fret on the E is an A note, so we can just kind of hang out there. And then so, I probably will stop after this upcoming measure because it's really just, you know, kind of walking in and down into chords within an A major scale. But what makes this next measure very unique, very cool, is that G chord, because it's the flat 7 of an A, right? So we can kind of get outside the scale here. I mean, when we really want to really hit that G. And so, you know, we're here maybe on the 5 of our E, and we can walk it down to 3 of the E. So, where were we? So we walk it down to 3. I mean, maybe not even walk it down, just kind of, you can, but let's just kind of, and then just what's nice is we have a D after that for 4 measures, or four beats. And so when we're on that 3 of our high E, that is a G note, right? And the next chord is D. So if we go down 1 more fret to the 2 on our high E, that is the major third of D. And so it's very like, I mean, literally, we're just walking our A major pentatonic scale into chord tones of the chord being played. So A, right? Down to G, down to D, and now back into A. And then we have an E chord after that, right? A again. Whatever. Like, it's literally, we're just walking this up around. We're just walking these around and following the chords. That's all it is within an A major pentatonic. So yeah, guys, that's Dark Hollow. A very chill, easy, very beginner-friendly Grateful Dead song. You can do this with all open chords. You can do this with bar chords. You can get real fancy on your rhythm and work on those, you know, bluegrass country chops. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Do appreciate it, and hope to see you guys again next week. Happy jamming.